Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Well, let's break down this card. Let's talk about some fights that were weird, some fights that wasn't really expecting, but let's jump right into it. First, we started the fight off with Jocelyn Edwards against Lucy Podolova. I don't understand how anybody in their mother in the world thought Jocelyn Edwards won the fight. If anybody thinks that she won, please let me know. Let's talk about it. What did you see to make you think she won this fight? Let's talk about that. I don't get it. Lucy looked really good in this one. Does not deserve to lose, have a loss on her record, and not get half of her pay. It's kind of bullshit. Gaston Bolanos needs to work on his ground game, grappling, but his striking looked really good. I'm curious to see what is next for him. It was really cool to see him actually in the UFC. Close fight. I think much closer fight than people are going to think it is, but definitely a close fight. I did have Gaston winning. And then Denise Gomez destroying Bruna Brazil. Never let her off the hook. Had big bombs, big power in her hands, and she just laid it on Bruna Brazil. Wasn't expecting Bruna Brazil to kind of fold. Wasn't expecting Bruna Brazil not to be able to throw her combos. She kind of let Denise dictate where the fight was going and where they were striking at. And then Daniel Zellhuber did exactly what I thought he was going to do. Pick at the striking defense of Lando Vannata. Vannata, of course, made it fun in the second and the third round, but that first round was rough for Lando Vannata. Referee could have stopped it. Glad he didn't, because it again shows the heart of Lando Vannata, but he was at a disadvantage again in this fight. And I don't really know where he goes from here, to be honest. And then Jillian Robertson versus Pierre Rodriguez. As soon as Jillian Robertson felt how Rodriguez was on the ground, we had seen Rodriguez on the ground before, and she didn't look terrible. I thought her consistent movement and her nice punches on the feet would kind of stifle what Robertson is really good at, just kind of overwhelm her type of deal. And Robertson, as soon as she felt how bad she was in the first round, right there in the second round, armbar, Rodriguez fakes the taps, says she doesn't tap, and then, yeah, great. And then you have Zach Cummins finishing Ed Herman in a back-and-forth fight. Such a fun fight. Both men retire at the end of the fight. Zach Cummins retires with a record of 25-7. Ed Herman retires with a record of 24-6. Very fun fight. Then Brandon Royval with the upset of the night against Matthias Nikolai. Nikolai didn't expect. I thought more pressure, and he would counter a little bit more. He was kind of waiting a lot for Royval. It looked like Royval's movements were, it seemed like his movements were overwhelming him, and Nikolai wasn't adjusting to that, and he got caught with a knee straight up the middle and then finished on the ground. Great win for Royval. Probably, again, the biggest upset on this card. And then Bill Algeo submitting TJ Brown. Not terribly surprised with this one. TJ Brown has been known to fade later in fights. I talked about that in my breakdown. Bill Algeo 17-7. Royval is 15-6, and he said he wants that title now. So let me know if you guys think he deserves the next title shot after Pantoja and Moreno. Both men he has lost to. Pantoja actually submitted him. So let me know what you guys think. And then Rafa Garcia versus Clay Guida. I thought Clay Guida would be able to get Rafa Garcia to work enough to get him to slow down a little bit. And I thought Clay Guida would be able to use his takedown offensively and just that grinding pace. And he went for it a few times, but he mainly was just striking. And Rafa Garcia stayed more calm than we've ever seen him before ever in the UFC. So great performance from Rafa Garcia. Pedro Munoz, again, another sleeper, another shocker against Chris Gutierrez. As soon as Chris Gutierrez felt that power from Pedro Munoz, it kind of went downhill from there, to be honest. Chris Gutierrez, I thought his countering ability and his combinations would be a little bit worse for Pedro, just because of Pedro's forward movement, his forward constant pressure. And when you're moving and you get hit, it is a harder punch. So I thought something like that would happen. He would win a decision. He would kind of outland Munoz as he was coming in. and Munoz was able to dictate where the fight went. He was able to dictate the pace of it. He was able to leap in multiple times. Gutierrez had no answer for that. Some people did think Chris Gutierrez won rounds 2 and 3. I thought Munoz won with that pressure and the output. And then next is Ian Cutelaba, Tanner Boser. Boser physically looks really, really good. Started the fight out really well. And Ian Cutelaba, I said again in my breakdown that he is good in that first round. Boser's going to have to get away from that blitz, and he did not. Ate a big one. I did think the stoppage was a little weird. You can't eat punches while you're getting up like that, but I did think it was a little premature. If you're going to stop it like that, stop it when he gets knocked to the ground. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys agreed with the stoppage or not. And then Azamat Murzakanov versus Dustin Jacoby. I thought Jacoby would be able to use his reach a whole lot more. He did not. Azamat looked really, really good on the feet. There was moments where he was starting to get tired in the third round. That's when Dustin started to pick it up. But that's now 2 losses in a row. The Khalil Roundtree one is whatever. This one I feel like is a really, really bad sign and a really, really bad performance from Dustin Jacoby. Let me know what you guys think. And then Edson Barboza, Billy Q. I also said that first round is going to be tough. Billy's going to have to eat a lot of things. And Billy ate a knee straight to the face with it was literally almost like the Beneil Dariush knee KO. And it was just against the cage instead of the other one being in the middle of the octagon. But it was basically the same thing. A beautiful knee from Edson Barboza. And he will always be dangerous in that first round. And he looked good tonight. He looked crisp, Yeah. Billy, I thought once he got out of that first round and he could wear on Edson, it would be a lot different of a fight. Was not. And then Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. I thought Max won 1 and 3 and then lost round 2. And then I thought he won 4 and 5 was close, but I thought Max won 3-2. 2 judges said 4-1. I didn't agree with that at all. And Arnold Allen, his stock does not drop. These men will fight again, and it's going to be really, really fun. I think Allen's only going to improve in this one, and I also think he's going to go back and he's going to look at that 5th round and see how much success he had in there, and that's what he's going to do next time. But as always, guys, subscribe, like, comment. Overall, fun fight night. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think is the best fight on the card, best upset on the card, how bad these judges were. Let me know if you agreed with the decisions, and as always, you know what it is. Peace.